Hey guys, this is Pedro Sacramento speaking, and who would have thought Germany fell against England by 2-0. This means that Group F, known as the Group of Death, is out. Portugal is out, France is out, and now Germany is out. So, what was supposed to be the group with the best teams of the Euro Cup, they are all out. So, for those who had predictions that Germany or France would win the Euro Cup, well, guess again. This Euro Cup is becoming even more surprising. So now England will face either Sweden or Ukraine. And I have to say, wow, unbelievable. England managed to pull back 2 goals against the powerful Germany. And they did so in Wembley Stadium. So England was playing in the house. And Germany, well, has fault in every single way. Thomas Müller, the striker from Germany, failed to score a big goal that could really lead the team into the next stage, which is the quarterfinals. And, well, this is how it looks like, folks. Because, well, we no longer have the strongest teams in the Euro Cup. Germany is out, France is out, Portugal is out, and I don't think that Spain will be able to go any further. And England, of course, may have a chance of winning the Euro Cup after all. Because, well, beating Germany, it's a huge deal. So, this is going to be really interesting. really interesting. So yeah, Germany is out. Who would have thought? No one was expecting that. It was a really tough match, with England being able to score first, and then Germany failed in the most horrible way, with Thomas Müller being face to face with England's goalkeeper, and the ball didn't go in, and because of that, well, oh well. There's an old saying that if you don't score, you miss and you suffer. Well, yeah, that's what happened with Germany. They miss, they suffer, and with that, it's official. Group F, which was the deaf group, is gone from the Euro Cup 2020. I was not expecting this at all. England did a wonderful job. Yeah, I have to congratulate the British for that. Although I'm still very upset with that British young man. And I hope that England gets out on the quarterfinals because, yeah, I mean, the players did a great job, but I mean, the British need to learn some good lessons of being humble, and unfortunately, Germany did not made a great game here, No, they didn't. They made a terrifying mistake with their defense, and an even greater mistake was Thomas Müller, who had the golden opportunity to get the equalizer for Germany, and he missed it. And with that miss, England managed to amplify the advantage by 2-0, and well, there you go. So in less than 1 hour, we have Sweden and Ukraine, and whoever wins this match will go against England. I have to say, this is going to be quite an Euro Cup, because well, this Euro Cup is going to be completely different from the others. Like we have multiple favorite teams being knocked out earlier. Like Germany wasn't that strong because, of course, they did score it hard against Portugal, but because Portugal played really bad. It was shown that Germany was no longer the powerful Germany that we knew before, because Hungary was this close was really close to eliminate Germany on the group stage, and I have to say that. Yeah, like Germany was not that strong at all, because with Hungary being able to make the Germans nervous, that is something to raise the alarm. As for England, well, I have to say that they had luck. Yes, they had the favoritism, because being able to play in their home, that gives a huge factor for winning. Yes, but also they managed to hold on until they got their way and undefeated Germany, which was one of the biggest candidates to win the Euro Cup this year. Looks like that's not gonna happen. So bye bye Germany, bye bye France, bye bye Portugal, and with that, Group F, the Devil Group, is gone for good. So who are going to go? Who are going for the quarterfinals? You may ask. So the quarterfinals will be. Let's see here if. There you go. So we will have Switzerland against Spain, Belgium against Italy, Czech Republic against Denmark, and who wins, Sweden or Ukraine against England. So yeah, I was not expecting this comeback at all. So yeah, the Euro Cup is becoming even more exciting as it is, because the big teams are out in the 8 finals. Who'd have thought? And there's only 2 big teams left, which are Spain and Italy. If Switzerland defeats Spain and Belgium defeats Italy, and if Sweden or Ukraine beats England, then we have a whole new Euro Cup that is surprising in all levels, because this Euro Cup will basically be one of the most unique, because it's the first time that I see at least like more than just 3 big teams being eliminated from the Euro Cup on the 8 finals. And we have to say that Spain was really lucky. Italy was lucky as well. England, of course, they had luck with the match as well. And Denmark, well, let's just say that it was, out of all the matches, the easiest one that they had, because again, against Wales, that 4-0, ouch, that was like a little too much. So with quarterfinals, there we go. We have Switzerland, Spain, Belgium, Italy, Czech Republic, Denmark, England, and whoever wins, Sweden or Ukraine. But either way, what is official is that the big teams, like considered the top ones to be like the strongest currently, they are gone. And the two champions are gone as well. Both the previous Euro Cup champion, Portugal, was down in right here. And in the eighth finals, and let's see here, and France, who is currently the world champion in soccer, they actually got what they deserved as well, because they laughed at Portugal, thinking that this would be like easy peasy. But, well, who would have thought Switzerland just give them an easy ticket to France? So, yeah. This is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh, welcome, Alex. And yes, it is. It seems that... that Germany is out. My God, this Euro Cup is becoming even more spectacular than it should be, because, well, if Switzerland defeats Spain, if Belgium defeats Italy, if Sweden or Ukraine beats England, then it's like the winner of the Euro Cup 2020 will be an enigma, because any of these so-called weak teams can actually win the cup, because these teams managed to defeat stronger teams that were considered like the favorites in the world, in the Euro Cup. The world champion France was like one of those that everyone was thinking to go to the finals with Germany, and both got out before they could even reach the quarterfinals. So, ouch! That is a huge surprise. So this Euro Cup is already unique as it is, and Spain will have a hard time against Switzerland, because Switzerland is motivated by the extraordinary win. Since 1938, Switzerland has never reached the quarterfinals of a Euro Cup. This time they made history, and they can make even bigger history if they beat Spain, our neighbors. And the same will go for Belgium. Belgium can actually be surprising against Italy, because both Spain and Italy, in the past, they used to be really powerful teams. But right now, they're nervous. Spain nearly managed to defeat Croatia, and Italy almost had their victory completely negated by Austria, and Austria was really good. Like, they managed to reduce by 1, and they almost made the equalizer with Italy. So, the Euro Cup is becoming even more exciting. And well, these are going to be the next matches for Friday, 2nd July. 2nd of July, so July 2nd. We have these two matches which will be even more surprising because whoever wins these matches can be a real candidate to be the new champion. And this Euro Cup will be like the Euro Cup that no one is going to forget, because for the first time we have like three of the best teams in Europe, Portugal, France and Germany, completely knocked out on the finals. So, ouch. Who's going to win the Euro Cup right now? I don't know. I don't know for sure. Because Germany was knocked out. And Germany had a powerful team. But because of the matches that they had, and they were pretty much unlucky. Like, they lost against France in the first match. They got lucky with Portugal because, well, they scored 4 goals and just received 2 goals. But then they had a hard time against Hungary, with Hungary being so close to eliminate Germany in the group phase. And excuse me for that. And then we saw Germany fell the same way that Portugal fell, the same way that France fell, but this time France fell with the penalty kicks, and France was being more eliminating France was really hard, yes. So Switzerland had a lucky star on top of them. So yeah, but England, well, they had the home factor, and they were really close to get a win against Germany, because Germany was playing in their home. So yeah. Plus, the statistics tells that before this match, both England and Germany were equalized on their records, like 13 victories for each and 6 draws for each. So yeah, that is a lot to account, because these two teams were really strong, and victory could bend to one side or to the other. But I was seeing that England was being more lucky in their strikes than Germany, and then when England managed to score first, Germany had their chance to make the equalizer. They miss in a horrible way. Thomas Müller again didn't do anything. Like, he made a major failure for someone who is like really good at striking and scoring. He missed one of the biggest goals that could actually make England feel nervous, because a score from Germany would boost the Germans, like their morale and also their motivation as well in the match. And the result, as it showed before, wouldn't be as it shows here. But let's just say that England was very lucky, yes, and all the scores they did, both those two, are onside. I saw the VAR, and yeah, they were all onside, so there was not a single offside there. That's why I say that England had the lucky star there. So so let's see who's going to win, Sweden or Ukraine. If Sweden does, then that's going to be an even bigger surprise. Who would have thought that Sweden is really becoming one of the teams that are being like the biggest surprises, the big surprise teams in the Euro Cup for now are Switzerland, Denmark, Czech Republic as well, and Sweden. So we have four surprising teams, and one, two, three stronger candidates, which are Spain, Italy, and England. So yeah, I don't know who's going to win the Euro Cup now. After seeing Germany getting out the same way as France did, yeah. I'm laughing because this Euro Cup is becoming so fantastic. Oh man, I'm loving this Euro Cup because this time we have the weak teams in the quarterfinals. The teams that everyone in the lottery house that they didn't even bet, like the bet houses were not in their favor, and they won against powerful teams against all odds. And the only match that was really hard was between England and Germany, which caused the bat house to either swing to one side or the other. So, ooh, yes, I am, Alex. I'm having a lot of fun with this because the more I see of the Euro Cup, the more surprised I become. Because again, this Euro Cup is completely different from the others. Like in 2016, we had like the strongest teams reaching the quarterfinals. Now we see a lot of average national teams like Czech Republic, Denmark, or Sweden or Ukraine, either one of those. That's going to be really surprising. And if both Spain, Italy, and England get eliminated on the quarterfinals, we're going to have an even bigger surprise in the semifinals. So yeah, wow. So allow me to show you like how it all started, because this Euro Cup, I mean, like I said, it's one of those. It's one of those days that we're not going to forget. So. On the first day in the Euro Cup, we had Italy destroying Turkey with 2-0. A wonderful start with Italy playing in the house against Turkey. Turkey was one of those teams that sadly they were not expecting they were not expecting this at all. And then we had Wales with Switzerland with a draw, 1-1. Then we have the Group B, the first match of Group B, with Denmark losing to Finland with 1-0. And this match everyone knows because of Thomas Eriksen and how he fell on the pitch during the first half, and he went to the hospital, stayed there for a couple of days, and he managed to survive from from a heart attack or something close to that. And then we have Belgium destroying Russia. Who'd have thought? Russia nowadays is a team that uh, back in the days was one of the greatest teams in Europe, but right now, oh my gosh, they just can't go uh, past the group phase now. So that's something to be surprised of as well. So let's just wait and see. There you go. It's loading again. Okay, so next we had England beating 1-0 to Croatia. And then we had Austria, who scored 3-1 against North Macedonia. I'm really sad for Macedonia because really North Macedonia was not... they weren't really lucky in the Euro Cups as well. So, yeah. Then we had Netherlands, who won against Ukraine 3-2. Then we have Scotland losing to Czech Republic by 2-0. After that, Poland lost to Slovakia with 2-1. Who'd have thought Poland? I'm really sorry, man, because well, the previous Euro Cup, they reached far only to be eliminated by Portugal in the penalty kicks, which I'm super happy because Quaresma gave the final penalty kick after Rui Patricio did a wonderful save against Kilik, who did the final penalty kick for Poland, which was saved by the Portuguese goalkeeper. And then we have a draw. Now this was a surprise back in the day because we never knew or thought that Sweden would go face to face with Spain, and they almost had a score against Spain as well. So there was a draw here, which no one was expecting it because Spain was playing in their stadium, in their home, and they were thinking, the bad houses were thinking that Spain would humiliate Sweden because of course, of favoritisms. But no, it actually started with the draw, and this was like the start of surprises for Euro Cups. And then we have Portugal taking down Hungary on the last minutes, and then France had a luck with Germany because this goal was an own goal from Germany. That's like I said, Germany losing in the A finals is because of something that they started with the wrong foot from the first match. So yeah, Germany was not in their best quality. Like they may have done terrific with the friendly matches, completely humiliating the weak teams, but in the Euro Cup they just fell short. Okay, so this is the first match, and then we have the second match. Come on, load. That is North Macedonia again losing with 2-1 against Ukraine. Denmark lost to Belgium with 1-2, and Denmark was starting to have a hard time because they lost 2 times. They lost 2 matches. One against Finland, and now against Belgium. Netherlands did a wonderful job against Austria. Sweden, being the surprising team in Group E, they just did 1-0 against Slovakia. Croatia with a draw with Czech Republic. England with a draw against Scotland. Now that is a surprise because Scotland was really close to score and England had a hard time in this match. This was another surprise for Group F in Budapest, in Puskás Arena. Hungary made a draw with France. Now this was the start of the French alarm. Why? Because France was not in their finest, and that was to be seen in this match, and that set the alarm for France. And Portugal, well, they start well, like from the beginning of the match with 1-0, with a wonderful sprint from Cristiano Ronaldo, who made a wonderful goal against Germany. His first goal against Germany, that is to be remembered, because Cristiano Ronaldo never scored against Germany or France, and this Euro Cup they managed to score on both. He managed to score on both, with 1 score against Germany and 2 scores against France. However, what was the worst part for this match was because Portugal did something that we are so ashamed of. We made 2 own goals to Germany in the first half. So the first half was 1-2, and then Germany scored 2 more, so it was 4-1, and we began to fear for the legendary 7-1 that they applied to Brazil in the finals of the World Cup, which was in Brazil back then, to which Brazilians are never to forget, because that was complete humiliation from Germany against Brazil, with Brazil scoring 1, like they were winning by 1-0, and then they got destroyed by Germany. And we have another surprise: Spain draw yet again in the same stadium, in Sevilla. Seville. Sevilla is in Spanish. And this also set the alarm for Spain, because they were having a hard time, and they had to win the final match in order to get to the next stage. So in here, Italy had a hard time against Wales, but they managed to win the match. However, this match was like nothing was going to change in Group A, because Wales was already on the next stage with Switzerland, and Turkey was out. In here, same deal. Ukraine and Austria, those two were already qualified, because North Macedonia in Group C, they lost all 3 matches, but this one was a big loss against the Netherlands. Finland, I feel sorry for this team, because they were surprising, yes, and they were really close to get to the next stage, but oh well. And Denmark managed to destroy and sent Russia to home. On Group D, we have Czech Republic losing to England, again in Wembley Stadium, again in England, so they were playing in home. Croatia, Croatia just said bye-bye to Scotland. Scotland was out in the group by this score 3-1. Now this is one of the surprise matches because Sweden took out Poland. Poland was one of the teams that hardly had a hard time on the group stages because they had Lewandowski, which is one of the best players in the world and quite the celebrity, just like Cristiano Ronaldo and Antoine Griezmann. But, well, let's just say that all those stars did nothing for Poland. So Sweden had a wonderful experience and they managed to go to the next stage. Spain destroyed completely Slovakia by 5-0 in their third match, which is again in Seville, and that really saved Spain because a draw again would bring Spain down to the last place and they would be eliminated. Group F, the group of death, that is now all gone. It's amazing how the final match was. Like, all these four teams were all too strong and they negated each other in the final matches. So in here, with Portugal and France, they were playing at the same time as Germany and Hungary. I do remember that. And at the time, Hungary was beating Germany by 1-0, and then Germany made the equalizer. Hungary did 2-1, and Portugal was losing at the time with 2-1 as well, and Portugal was the one to get eliminated in the group phase. But then Germany saved Portugal by doing the equalizer, and Portugal at that time had done the equalizer by 2 goals of Cristiano Ronaldo, both of them by a penalty kick. And there is a situation here in this game, which is the first goal of France with the penalty kick. The situation, like the fault for the penalty kick, was dubious at best, because there is little to no contact with the French player who caused the penalty kick for France. So there is something to say there. And then on the A finals, we have the biggest surprise of all, which is, like I said, the team which had currently the strongest teams in the world and in Europe as well. They got completely trashed in the A finals. France, now this was quite a surprise because everyone knew when it was 3-1, everyone knew that France was going to win, and that's that. But Switzerland did not give up, and they managed to make a miracle. And that miracle destroyed France completely. Like, their honor was totally trashed right here, because they were trying to get revenge of Portugal for losing the final in Euro 2016, and Switzerland just put an end to France's attempt of winning the Euro Cup by going into the penalty kicks, and there you go. We have the to thank Switzerland's goalkeeper for saving that penalty kick from Mbappe. And then we have the surprise of the day, which is England sending Germany as well to their homeland by this match, which was one of the toughest matches I've seen in the Euro Cup. Although it was already known from the group stages, that Germany, France, and Portugal were not on their best qualities during this Euro Cup. So, if something happened during the A finals, that's because the problem started from the very beginning. So, this Euro Cup will be completely different from the others, because Gareth Bale from Wales is out, Lewandowski is out, Antoine Griezmann, Pogba, Mbappe, all those big stars are out. Cristiano Ronaldo is out. Thomas Müller, Kroos, all those wonderful players from Germany are out. So in here, we are going to have a complete different Euro Cup, because all the big stars are out from the 8 finals here. So who is going to win the Euro Cup right now is a huge question, because right now no one knows. No one knows, because all the teams who reach the quarterfinals right now can be surprising. Like, Switzerland can beat Spain, Belgium can beat Italy, Czech Republic or Denmark can either one of them can win. Sweden can make a miracle by defeating England. I mean, this is why a lot of people love football, because especially Euro Cup, because the Euro Cup is like that. You have a chance, and wow, like, you have a chance here. You get the chance. You don't have to be the best team in the world. Even the smallest teams in the Euro Cup can win the cup. That is surprising, because the ones that are currently on the quarterfinal are not the strongest, but they are like considered the most surprising teams up to date. So wow. And indeed, Alex, I am having a lot of fun, because again, I was not expecting this outcome from the Euro Cup. And I've seen Euro Cups before, since 2004, but I know that the strongest teams, from what I remember, none of them got eliminated from the finals, like on the next stage, right after the group stage. And seeing Germany, France, Portugal, like the entire Group F, which had the best teams currently, they were completely out. Because again, because of what happened at the start. Because, in the Euro Cup, if you don't have a good start, for example, Portugal had a good start, yes, but those goals were like close to the 90 minutes, to the minute 90. So it was too close to the end. And I mean, I was not expecting like the best teams in Europe to have such a hard time in the eight finals. Like Spain had a hard time with Croatia. Croatia could actually eliminate Spain if Spain did not had that luck on the second half of the extra time, which they managed to score 2 goals, and that saved Spain from going into the penalty kicks. Because penalty kicks is like lottery. It's a complete blindfolded lottery, because you can either miss or strike, and that's what happened with France. Although I have to say that Switzerland deserved the win. They deserved the win after all that they had done. Like, they pulled it out a miracle by scoring 2 goals in the short time that they had, because France was really close to get to the quarterfinals without having to go to the extra time, and Switzerland forced France to go into the extra time, and then forced France to go into the penalty kicks, to which France isn't so lucky when it comes to penalty kicks, because they're not that great on kicking the ball when it comes to penalty kicks. It's a fact because, well, that showed with Switzerland eliminating France in that same phase of the match, and I mean, Germany was not in their highest spirits, and that's it. Like, if a team that is considered the most favorite to win the Euro Cup does not have like a good day, like if they don't have the high spirits to face a tough opponent in this Euro Cup, then that's the first step for you to get eliminated from the Euro Cup as well. So that's exactly what happened. What happened to Portugal? What happened to France? What happened to Germany? So let's hope for Sweden or Ukraine to get to the next phase, and who knows? Maybe either one of those teams will be able to take out England. Now that would be an even bigger surprise, because again, nowadays, having the biggest stars in football or in soccer does not guarantee you a victory against European teams in the Euro Cup. And the most exciting about the Euro Cup is because the matches are short. Like, you don't have a second chance, and that kind of gives an extra pressure to both small teams and even the big favorites. And that kind of pressure is what makes this Euro Cup so unpredictable. Because whoever wins this Euro Cup is a worth winner. Because Portugal is out, France is out, and Germany are out. Like, those three were like the top currently. The top. And they were out by, I mean, Portugal, of course. They had really unlucky chances against Belgium. That was so bad. France was surprised by a high motivated, energetic Switzerland, which they had the same star that made Portugal the champions in the Euro Cup 2016. They had that same star, and gave an early ticket for France to go back to their homeland, and Germany yeah, let's just say that Germany had huge bad luck because Thomas Müller had the biggest chance in the match to get the equalizer, and they missed it. That could be like the make or break of the match, but Germany did not had like their expectations were not that high, and that's why Thomas Müller failed a chance that he barely could miss, because this guy we're talking about one of the strikers who rarely misses a strike and gets a score most often. However, today that luck was not in German side. So there's an old saying that say it's 11 against 11, and at the end Germany wins. Not so. That old saying is completely outdated. Nowadays, Germany can be defeated by any team. That is a fact, because Hungary, who was considered one of the surprising teams of the Euro Cup, almost had their way against Germany, and almost Germany had seen their qualification to the quarterfinals, to the F finals, being completely negated by Hungary. So yeah, I am super excited to see how it's gonna end, because this Euro Cup, my God, I just can't believe it. I'm laughing to death. Like, I love this cup. I'm loving it because nowadays, because right now we don't have the biggest stars. Like, the arrogant teams are completely out, and there's only one left, and that is England. And if England gets out as well, then oh my gosh, any team out of these, like any team of the smallest teams in the Euro Cup, can win the cup either for the first time in ages or the first time ever. Like, for example, Denmark, it's not the first time they would win an Euro Cup, but if they win, and I'm supporting both Spain and Denmark on that right now, because, I mean, Spain, it's our neighbors. Yeah, the Spanish, we support them. We want them to have fun on the Euro Cup, and hoping for them to reach the finals. If they win, it's good for us, it's good for them as well. Portugal, Spain, yeah, really friendly. And Denmark, well, I would be happy because of what happened on the first match, because those guys, they deserve it. Like, they deserve it from the very start. They would deserve the cup, definitely. Italy, I don't think that Italy is having a wonderful time on the Euro Cup lately. Same goes for Spain, and basically all the others except for England. England is very motivated, so it's going to be really hard to predict who's going to win in the quarterfinals. And who goes into the semifinals, and who goes to the finals, actually. Because everyone that was predicting before, they were all saying, oh, it's going to be France and Germany at the finals. Well, guess what? Sorry, guys, but those two are out. Like, they can't even pass to the eighth finals. Portugal, yeah. Like, they had a wonderful, they had and they have a wonderful team. However, the coach did not pick up that, and I feel really upset because of that. Because Portugal had wonderful stars, and they were just playing only for Ronaldo. I understand that Ronaldo is a wonderful player, and I know that Ronaldo is trying to break the record from Ali Daei, an Iranian um, soccer, a legendary Iranian soccer player who scored 109 goals, which are the same that Ronaldo has currently. And I understand that Portugal was playing for Ronaldo to break another record. I mean, the guy is just breaking records. It's insane. Like, he's 36 years old and he's a machine. And he's a machine. He's a machine. Like, the guy can go so fast. Like, allow me to tell you that against Germany, like the first goal he did, he ran from one side, like from one corner of the pitch to the other, in 32 kilometers per hour. 32 kilometers per hour. That's like, do you know like the limit speed of those motorcycles? Not the most powerful ones, like the weak ones, to which are they mostly show on villages, because it's like small villages, because they're not like super fast. He was able to run as fast as a motorcycle. He was able to run that fast, like no one. The entire Germany team was falling behind, and they could not carry on with Cristiano Ronaldo, who was becoming a Superman. Like, he was super fast. They even made a joke with Superman in here, saying that old phrase. It's a plane, it's a bird. No, it's Superman. That's because of his adrenaline, his body build. Oh my God, he's just so fast, and he managed to score a goal after 14 seconds of running from one side of the pitch to another, and then bang, there it goes. That was his first goal against Germany, and also made another record. The only person who is faster than him is Bolt, which was a Jamaican athletic, and he was like super fast. He was humble. He still is, but his career completely ended with a severe injury on his leg, which dictated the end of his career, which was horrifying for all the people who saw that in the Olympics, in the Olympic Games. That was horrifying for someone that legendary to suffer one of the worst injuries in one of his legs. That basically, I think he either twisted his ankle or scratched the muscle. I don't know, but I know it was so terrifying. I saw like his leg, like feeling like pulling out of his body in a way which caused that severe injury, which caused his career to end for good. There's that question in the air about Cristiano Ronaldo, because of how old he is, about when he's going to like, when is he going to continue, or will he just end the career right here? I doubt that. The reason why is because Cristiano Ronaldo is trying to do another record. And what is that? He's trying to be like the best player in the world by not only being the best player in Europe, like no one can beat the guy. Like the amount of scores that he scored, majorly beats that of Messi. And people say Messi is better than Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, guys, just take a look at how many scores are in between them. Like, Messi is almost as old as Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's not as near as Cristiano Ronaldo is. And Messi is no longer the agility boy that Cristiano Ronaldo still is. So, I mean, for those who are supporting Messi, I'm sorry, but you have to face the facts. Cristiano Ronaldo is like his body is able to push even further than that of Messi's. Um, and that is why Ronaldo will go for the World Cup. Will try another chance. Probably will be the last one that he will participate, and he will try his best to win the very first World Cup for Portugal. Portugal was really close in the World Cup before, only losing in the quarterfinals. Like that was the best record for Portugal. The final, or the quarterfinals or the semifinals. I don't know for sure, but I know they reached it like really high in the World Cup, and yeah, that was really hard. The previous one they lost to Uruguay, and Uruguay lost to France, and then France went into the finals and won the final. What's the biggest problem when it comes to a Portuguese team, however, is the fact that they play with one-man team. That's the problem. Like Portugal needs to come up with a strategy that can support Ronaldo in the attack and not letting him being the only one to command the attack or the counter offense. He needs some support because again, Ronaldo may be like maybe in good shape, but he's not one man army. He's not the same guy who destroyed Sweden to a point that Sweden did not even go to the World Cup in Brazil, thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo, who who made an hat-trick. Like he scored 3 times, where Zlatan Ibrahimovic, did a wonderful score, like 2 scores against Portugal, and Portugal was losing the match. And then, like out of the blue, Cristiano Ronaldo was like running from one side to another. No one could stop him, and he managed to score by his own 3 goals, which were fantastic. But in the Euro Cup, as it is, Cristiano Ronaldo is not, I mean, he's still fast, yes, but he's not as agile as he was before. He's trying to, but again, his age will not make things better for him. So with that in mind, we have next year the World Cup, which will be in Qatar. And we have the next Euro Cup, And that's basically it for Cristiano Ronaldo. Even if he does not get the World Cup, no one can question him for being one of the best players in history. Because this guy, like, he beats records all the time. Like, he destroyed Platini's record in this Euro Cup. He managed to equalize the amount of goals for his national team in this Euro Cup with a total of 109 goals, the same as the legendary Iranian player, to which he's still alive, although he no longer plays because he's too old for that. But even so, he was like able to congratulate Cristiano Ronaldo if he had scored against Belgium. Like, for example, Belgium could have won against Portugal, but if Cristiano Ronaldo had done that goal with the free kick, then yeah, he would already be called like the best of the best, like the top of all best players, because that would make him have a total of 110 goals for his national soccer team. So wow, amazing. And I hope he managed to do that for the qualifiers. In the qualifiers, which is a different tournament in Europe, which Portugal will be in a group. This group is much like an Euro Cup, but it's completely different. For example, this this tournament has works with teams, like with groups, just like the Euro Cup and the World Cup. There's the group stages. Nothing is new there, except for the fact that there is no other stage. There's only 3 matches only in that tournament. No, actually 3 matches. No, there's more than just 3. I think it's 4 matches, 3 or 4 matches. I'm not sure, but I know it's a bit more, yes. But I know that whoever gets in the first and second places of the group will go straight to the World Cup or to the Euro Cup. For example, Portugal, reached the second place of the previous tournament because of a polemic situation when it comes to the final match, which is between Portugal and Serbia, to which there is a situation that shows that the Serbian defender managed to take out the ball, but the ball was already inside the goal, so it was already a goal for Portugal. But then neither the referee, the main referee, or the side one, they didn't pay attention to the ball. Like, they didn't saw that the ball was already out, like inside the goal, and there was no technology available there. Now that is horrifying. How can these finals which are considered finals, yes, because it was the last match for the group, and Portugal would have been in the first place if it wasn't for a major mistake of the referee saying that it was no goal when the ball already passed the line and it was considered a goal. And unfortunately, it's not the first time that Cristiano Ronaldo was being unjustified by referees, because this is something that happened to him way before. It happened to him in the Euro 2004 with another ball that was inside the goal, but then the goal. But then at the time we didn't had the video referee, the VAR. We didn't had that. I mean, at that time, okay, we can understand that. Also, we didn't have a goal referee, which is something that shows in the Champions League, which is a referee close to the goal to see if the ball crosses the line or not. In that case, he can notify the referee saying it's a goal or it's a no goal. But unfortunately, I mean, the match with Serbia, they had at least the watch that that the referee wears should have the technology to vibrate if the ball crosses the line. That technology was not even available on the match. So, for anyone who saw that match, they saw just how upset and frustrated was Cristiano Ronaldo because the referee denied a clear goal, which he basically he left the pitch, and he also left his captain bandana on the ground because of that frustration. So yeah, unfortunately, Cristiano Ronaldo has been a player who was both glorified and unjustified. Glorified for the wonderful goals he did, both for Portugal and for the international teams that he plays. Like he played to Real Madrid, to Manchester United. He never played to Manchester City though. Manchester United, Real Madrid, and now Juventus. And during his time on these three teams, except for the first one was Sporting, a Portuguese soccer team, to which he began his career there. But like all big players, we have a huge weakness here in Portugal, is that we don't have, like, our national league is not the best. Like, we don't have that kind of boost, like the same boost that Premier League has, like Liga NOS, which is the Portuguese soccer championship, is not as famous as La Liga in Spain or Premier League in UK, United Kingdom, or Bundesliga in Germany. Like, we don't have that. We don't have the biggest stars, and this is one of the biggest failures for Portugal. Why? Because all the players, or almost all the players who play in Portugal, like the national team, are players that play outside of Portugal. So in a way, the only way they can train, like play together, is like when the World Cup or the Euro Cup is nearby. That is horrifying. Why? Because these players may be great on their own teams, but they are great because they have specific players who can do that. Like Portugal in the previous World Cup, we had Quaresma. Quaresma was like the best, the best corner kick that we had since 2004. Like we had a wonderful player there, but of course, like other players, like many other players, they they began to feel like too old to even represent their national soccer team yet again. Uh, and we had Nani, who is a wonderful corner kick as well, and he scored wonderful goals as well, and he was one of the best players in the pitch because of how he was always like working side by side with Cristiano Ronaldo, and they made a wonderful team. I mean, the trio was, the trio was Quaresma, Cristiano Ronaldo at the center, and Nani. Those three, when they go for the offense, it like almost all the time was a goal. No matter what, it was right there. It was a goal. And rarely those players missed the goals there. I mean, if you look at the Euro 16, we had the same trio, and we won because of that. However, in this Euro Cup, we didn't have those. And we didn't have the player who gave the cup to Portugal, Eder. Which is really sad because Eder is a fantastic striker. And he could really help out Cristiano Ronaldo in the front. But oh well, again, the options, the choices that the coach did may have dictated Portugal to have a short-lived time in this Euro Cup. So yeah, best of luck for Portugal in the next Euro Cup because they are going to need it. Anyways, with that being said, I want I want the people who are watching this live stream to stay safe, to take care. Thank you so much, Alex, for being here, and I hope you and whoever is watching the live stream to have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and until next time, stay safe, take care, and peace. Thank you, Alex. See ya.